Welcome to the Big Money Podcast. I am Jeanine Hurte, here to guide you scaling your business from 7 to 8 figures and build wealth that lasts for generations. If you are ready for audacious strategies, business real talk, and your next level money moves, then let's dive in right now. Welcome to the Big Money. It's your turn now to create generational wealth. If you are a female founder and you're looking to scale your current business from 7 to 8 figures, then this show is for you. My name is Jeanine Hurte. I'm a former investment banker, best-selling author, award-winning entrepreneur, and I could name so many things. Why you should listen to me and what I have to teach you about big money, building a business that makes big money. However, I started this podcast with a different intention, and that is really bringing together the longevity, the long-term perspective, almost in a way the unsexy part when it comes to having your own business. I've made my first $1 million in sales in 12 months, made over 18 million in less than 5 years in sales, which I think is pretty insane with an audience size of only 6,000 people. In this conversation, especially scaling from 7 to 8 figures, that basically is from 100K months to $1 million months, something shifted in me, something changed so much. And I wish the conversation we are going to have in this podcast, my mentors would have had with me. It is easy to have high, quick cash months, 50K here, 100K here, even multi-six figures. But the moment we actually start talking about building generational wealth that lasts longer, not only for yourself, but also for your family and the generations coming afterwards, the conversation has to change and to shift. And when I started about 6 years ago as a business coach, it was pretty brand new in the scene that people would be posting their income claims. So I kind of started this, and what happened was more and more people started posting their income claims, and I thought it's nice to show that your business makes money, not even you, it's your business that has income. Every business has to have income, otherwise we're obviously not in business. And what happened, I was always sitting there and asking myself, or reading this, seeing this, and asking myself, what are you doing with the money? And this was so interesting because no one really could answer this for me. So in this podcast, we are really bringing together the strategies, the mindset hacks, the energetics that you need in order to build long-lasting wealth. And I'm emphasizing this so much because wealth is something that lasts. You can build your business, and unfortunately, I see this quite often in the online space, that makes quick money fast, and then it's gone again. Many people, especially entered the coaching scene once they saw how much money people were able to make. And can you see, if you just enter or run your business for money, the conversation you will have with your management team is about how can we make the most money right now, versus our conversation changes when we ask ourselves, how can I explicitly not just only make $1 million month right now, but consistently? Can you see how something shifts and changes? And maybe your current goal is not $1 million month, then you just use your current financial goal. But the conversation shifts the moment we ask ourselves, how can I have consistent $1 million cash months? And this is really what we're focusing on in this podcast: consistency, longevity, long-term growth. Because now something magical happens. And this is something, as a former investment banker, I never fully understood about the online world. So many businesses built basically just on a personal brand. When I was in investment banking, I literally helped startups from their idea to IPO, to become listed on the public stock exchange. And this was about the founders and not. But the businesses were built that the founders didn't have to sell. Like, if the founders would show up or not, the business still would be making money. So it was built around the management team, where a lot of businesses, small businesses in the online space especially, the sales engine basically is the founder. So meaning, if you don't show up today and sell, is your business making money? And this is so important to me. And what I want to teach you on this podcast is, again, this is a wealth conversation. What happens when you want to exit your company? And many of you are not thinking about exiting your company, especially when you're just in the first early years of building a business. But I always ask myself, I love to coach, I love to be in service. And I also know there will be eventually a point where I just feel complete. And at least then I desire to have the option to sell my company. And again, can you see when we talk about generational wealth, an exit becomes very important. When this conversation is just about a quick cash month for you to have money right now, who cares what happens in 6 months, in 6 years, in 60 years? Our conversations become very, very different. And I'm not just here to show you how to scale your current business from 7 to 8 figures and beyond. This podcast is also so special because we're really combining, obviously, hands-down strategies, but also energetics and the mindset part. I always say the strategy part is the exterior of a house. And once the exterior is built, the house is built, we can go inside and it is time for the interior designer. And that is the energetics, the mindset work, the spirituality. And just when we have a beautiful outside and a beautiful inside, we have something that we actually would call a home, a place where we love to stay, a place where we love to invite people. And the same is true for our business. We have to have a strong strategy on the outside and a beautiful inside mindset and energetics in order to feel, in order to invite people, aka clients, into our world more and more that see the outside and say, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And the inside, your offers, the marketing, your team, your customer support, and they're saying, oh my gosh, it is amazing from the inside as well. And this builds a business that lasts for generations. And this sounds so simple and straightforward. And unfortunately, it became so rare in today's business world. Let me give you a quick sneak peek of what you can expect. Every Tuesday, there is a free episode which brings you awareness to a topic which is relevant when it comes to scaling your current business from 7 to 8 figures. This episode is always going to be free. If you like the Tuesday episode and you desire really to do the implementation of this, the how-to, how did I implement this? This is what I'm going to share every Wednesday. And this is a Mastery Club episode. And every Friday, I will be answering a community question. If you're part of the Mastery Club, I will explain to you in a second what that is. You can always ask your questions and I will answer them on the Friday podcast episode. So the Wednesday and Friday episodes are part of the Mastery Club. And there's a monthly subscription or an annual option. And you just can join those paid episodes. Simply go to courses.richandhappiness.com or there's a link in the show notes or just DM me on Instagram podcast. And I'm happy to provide you both links. That's a wrap, big money makers. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, join the Mastery Club. Simply DM me podcast on Instagram or hit the link in the show notes. And I will see you tomorrow and on Friday for the next episodes. Always remember, your 8-figure business is waiting for you right now.